Yep, it's doing its calibration. It says cogging torque calibration. It's almost done. Very cool. Cogging torque calibration complete. So now it's fixed. So I'm doing this video to show you, because there was one of the followers there that of the channel that wanted to was thinking about buying the Moza, and I want to give my impression about this stick. This is the Thrustmaster F18, okay, which adapts to this extension that I bought for the Moza because I needed to fix it. Here goes to my next level racing chair. I'm just going to show you how I set this up. I think you can see it roughly from there. Hopefully you can with that piece. All right. Yeah, it feels really nice. The Thrustmaster is a nice stick. I'm very accustomed to the F18 because this fits for almost, I mean, every single aircraft. So I'm accustomed. Before that I had the this one here, the Winwing F18 ADAs it's called. Now they expect us to buy another one with a vibrator on in front. So anyway, up to you guys. The Winwing, I think it's a little better, to tell the truth. The Winwing stick, it's better. It's more clicky, as you can see. Both similarly, they have a little bit of a different color, very similar size, because I think both are sort of a copy of the real F18 one. This one is more clicky, and I would say even more or a bit more precise or easy to handle. This one has 8 buttons, so, and they're easy to adjust, so there's no missing any of them. And you can press one. I use that for a trim reset from some of the aircraft. And this one here, this is a button, but this one is a stick as well. It has the same. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and click in the center, which is also cool. This has the same sort of function. It's a bit more clicky than this one. All right, and this doesn't have the wheel. This one has a wheel, which I use for zoom, which is okay. So, and then on the other side, it's very easy to operate, and this as well. And very handy. The trigger is also quite nice. So button wise, I think it's better on the Winwing. This is the Thrustmaster. Similar. This is very similar as well. This is a bit harder to operate, and this one it has very little movement, and it's a bit harder to press, to tell you the truth. So I mean, they're very similar. I like this function of the zoom, which I use for VR, zoom VR, which before I had it linked to one of these buttons here, which was a bit of a messy thing. And but this has a little less function. So for example, for the FOU Corsair, would you use the rudder trim quite a lot? I use this too. I use this for the cocking of the guns, and this for trim reset. On the F18, I use it for, well, I mean, this is designed for the F18, so you have all the functions. But I had, for example, the yaw trimming on that, and this for every single aircraft. You know, the F14, you also use it for refueling. So anyway, what to do? It is what it is. And moving on to the functionalities of the Moza, I mean, I could spend hours, and there's plenty of videos in YouTube explaining how to fix the software and all that. It has a lot of functions. I think it's an improvement. Not only do you feel the aircraft much better, but because you're sort of getting the force feedback feeling from the developers of the aircraft, that they have based those parameters on actual aircraft in real life, and actual feedback from pilots that they've flown those aircraft, the Tomcat, the Hornet, and everything like that. So it's really cool to feel that the aircraft it has a different feeling, because with this conventional sticks, you know, you have the same feeling. It's just the same spring there. You know, you pull. Sometimes you pull too much in the game. Sometimes you pull too little. So it's difficult to adapt from one aircraft to another using the same stick. Well, at least it's the same stick, but it's not easy. This one, it's like flying a different aircraft each time. So some on the Tomcat, for example, well, you have a very less movement because it's a bit more heavy. On the F18, because it's fly-by-wire, you just move it a bit easier, you know, but you still feel vibrations and stuff. And on the FOU Corsair, the cool thing is, for example, when you're pitching up, you start losing speed. You see that the stick moves freely, like there's no because they are directly connected to the flight controls. So those feelings you get with one of these force feedback units. So this is something that I do recommend, because my immersion has improved and my flying has improved. Now refueling, it's much easier because the aircraft, you just fly it with 2 fingers, making very slight corrections. Before that, I had to flat the curves on this one, because when you fly this one, you know, the reaction, you have very little, it's full deflection, you know, so you need just doing this, woo, the aircraft jumped. So now with this one, it's much more precise. So if you're looking to upgrade your sim rig, I would go for one of these, which there's another brand called Rhino something. I've never tested. I'm not gonna be spending a lot of money doing this kind of test. If they want to send it to me, I'd definitely do an assessment, but for now I'm just happy upgrading my simulator to make great videos and I give some reviews, but nothing too fancy. Anyway, I hope it helps. One thing I have to say, I've returned the F-16 Moza stick, mostly because of the clicking thing. It was not precise. You press left and it was just sensing down. You press up left and it sends to the right. I don't know if maybe it's designed to be here on this side, and from this side you do the proper settings, but definitely I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all, so I've returned it. And so I would recommend, if you buy the Moza, just buy the unit. Extensions, I've ordered an extension for from a eBay. I found, guys, that they create this extension that I have a little curve back, and the curious thing is that it's an extension that I will be able to adapt my Winwing stick into the Moza unit, which is that would be an awesome combination. Anyway, I was tired of waiting for Winwing, or now Wind Control, to bring out the Cyber Taurus, which I was looking forward to buy, and I just couldn't wait. So I got the Moza. I have some friends that have it that were very happy, and that's it. One of the little things I would say is that I need to grease this area, and I had to use, there's 2 holes. I don't know if you can see them. There's a hole there and a hole there that I thought they were to put a screw there so you can just fix that base, but they're not for the base. They're not for screws. So they're like 2 holes. I'm guessing it's just to generate torque, to be able to fix it stronger, or so I use it to basically put it stronger, because it has a tendency with the vibration to lose this ring, and then suddenly you have a bit more ply in the movement, which is not good. So I tighten it a little bit stronger. Hopefully everything works well, and it would have been fixed with a little screw here. You put a screw in the same way that there's a screw here. You put a screw here and you fix it in position, but I guess I didn't think of that. Another thing I want to point out is that because of the Moza implementation here, I cannot have my pull to eject thingy attached to this one. But my friend from DRK, who's the one that produces this amazing eject button, okay, it's building an adapter for the Moza. So soon I'll be able to post some information. Regarding the discount codes, I will put the codes in the comments so you can link directly to them and use my discount code. For Next Level Racing is Bullseye, and for DRK it's Bullseye 25. And stay put for my next video about this panel, which is absolutely amazing, built by a guy called On Your 12. This is one of the best pieces of equipment that I have, so I will make a video specifically about this.